Welcome back to this Let's Play of The Last Remnant. Actually, I'm just tempted to call this a Let's Watch, because we just had an episode of lots of cutscenes, and, well, we're about to get another episode of lots of cutscenes. Now, they make you leave the castle after this, ostensibly so they can go do some research on things. You just have to go out and talk to one person and then come back. So, this is not the one person. This is a character we will recruit much later in the game. Much later in the game. But in order to recruit her, and in order to get the Hex group of skills for Rush, you have to complete her various quests. Anyway, she complains about Agent David's clothing as being tasteless, and sells you some discount items, which, they're components for potions, which I'll use them eventually. So I don't mind buying them. Actually, I'm not even sure they're really all that discounted, but you have to buy them if you want that character, and if you want to complete the quest that requires you to complete all the quests. So. There are a couple other side quests that have opened up at this point. I am not going to do them just yet, because, well, that would require that I actually fight things, and I'm going to avoid fighting things until I've really sort of gotten more towards my established party. I only have 9, actually I only have 3 right now. I'll have 9 soon enough. Character slots, and I'm probably going to avoid doing most of the side quests, at least the one that I can avoid doing, until I have about 12 or 15 characters. 18 is the end limit, and to get to 18, you really need to go through a good portion of the game. Anyway, back to Athlone Castle for more cutscenes.
What's going on?
Rush, the Congress will be holding a session in Illusion several days from now.
The Congress? What's that?
Put simply, the Congress is a group that makes sure the world plays nice. Once every few years, the Lords meet and discuss pressing matters. We'll be heading to Illusion as well.
Sounds nothing like the U.S.
So,
Congress.
you just called me here to say goodbye?
Oh no. On the contrary, traveling with us should be a free ticket into Illusion.
Gaining entrance to Illusion during a Congress year is especially difficult. And let's not forget the increased security, what with the influx of important figures.
So if I can get to Illusion, I can go to the Academy. Huh, Dave? That's absolutely mint!
Right. And there is dead silence.
Though who knows if Lord David will even be invited to the assembly meeting.
What do you mean?
Usually, only the most powerful leaders are called to the Congress. It's likely that a young successor like me won't be asked to participate.
Did you piss someone off?
Not yet. I've merely been asking around about someone who might be responsible for the shady dealings at the Academy.
Who?
Top man at the Academy and chairman of the Congress. The Lord of Nagapur, Duke Wilfred Ermayan.
Wilfred Ermayan, huh? So that's the guy who took Arena?
That's what I aim to find out.
Lord David! The House of Ermayan has chaired the Congress for generations. If provoked, they will not hesitate to turn all the lords against you. The late Marquis made painstaking efforts to maintain peaceful relations with the chairman. If you would only consider what is best for Athlone.
So, I still cannot compare to my father, hmm? Enough discussion. We'll continue this when we reach Illusion. Begin preparations to leave.
Yes, my lord.
I'm reminded of the Spaceballs line. Why are you all preparing? Ludicrous speed! Now! Or is it go? No, it's ludicrous speed, go. Yes, that's
Hey,
it.
Dave?
What is it?
Nothing. Never mind. Catch you later.
I do like that they don't feel bashful about including just silence, when appropriate. And it's not all just talk, filling as fast as possible.
So this is the girl.
Yes, my lord.
So you're the big man in charge. Just what do you want from me?
Feisty one, this is. Just like her mother.
You know my mother?
I loathe such women. Women are meant to be servile. And you are of no exception, so don't you dare speak to me in that manner again, unless you wish to be fed to Harpilia.
My lord.
Oh, I only jest. I wouldn't dream of treating her like the others. This one is irreplaceable, after all. You must treat her well, Wagon.
Yes, my lord.
What a wonderful guy.
Rush!
Yeah, anyway. You can now recruit soldiers in Athlum. Soldiers were an important part of the game in the Xbox 360 version. In the PC version, they're utterly useless, and there's no reason to recruit any of them. I suppose you could recruit some just to have, more people in your party, and there has been some speculation about if you look at characters in your party, all of them have some basic stats, and then all of them also have an unusual stat. And there's a question about whether soldiers with unusual stats give you, I think there's a couple that have like an unusual stat of luck or something. So Rush's unusual stat is bravery, Balson's is hardworking, McGrady's is gluttony. Yeah, there's a skill to write to your mother about. And so there's some speculation that those soldiers that have those abilities will give you better drop rates or are otherwise useful, even if they're kind of just sort of sitting and taking up space in your party. I'm not going to bother with it. If I tried it last time I played the game, I just did not see a difference between having them and not. So we'll see if I have a lot more trouble finding things. Chances are that if it's a bonus, it's like 5% or something, and it's not a big deal. On my way to Elysian here, or Illusion, I don't know why they pronounce it Illusion.
Yes!
I'm just using up my drill guy here, just to give him XP, and also just to pick up a couple of just basic crafting materials, which maybe I'll never use, but hey, it's a resource that gets renewed every time you go to the map, so every time you walk through a dungeon, it's worth just dropping it off. There aren't any good ways to make money yet. There are eventually places where you can harvest stones that are worth, almost 1,000 each, and those really make things a lot easier because you can just harvest money and not have to worry about constantly running out of cash. There are some leaders that I can recruit now, I'm able to recruit, that I can't afford. And that is one of the benefits of soldiers, is they don't cost anything to recruit. But I don't intend to use any of them in the long term, so they're kind of just skippable.
That is the Illusion Remnant. Its power keeps the world in balance.
And why do they keep on pronouncing it illusion, where, you know, it appears to be a reference to the Greek Elysium, or Elysium, or however the Greeks pronounced it. It's all Greek to me, right?
1,000 years ago, the great Marion Marshall bound herself to the Remnant, marking this as the birthplace of Remnant culture.
I thought you were originally from Illusion.
Yeah, I was born here, but we moved to Yulin when I was still a baby. I don't remember Illusion at all.
Lord David.
Right. Let's head to the embassy.
I have become a summoner. No, wrong
Assembly
game.
still hasn't started?
Not yet. The Dukes of Gore and Kubine have yet to arrive.
I suppose the perks of dukedom include never having to be on time. That being the case, Rush, let's take a walk, shall we?
Is that okay?
I'll be summoned when the time comes. Besides, matters should be simplified if you stay near me, Rush. I trust there are no complaints.
Not so long as you allow us to accompany you, my lord.
Of course. Let us take this opportunity to collect as much information as possible. And we wouldn't want to miss out on paying the Academy a visit.
Yeah!
Alright, I don't know, since we can't actually walk into the city and get to these places, they're sort of pointing us in these directions, but we're actually going to visit a couple of the other places first, just to do a little shopping and such, pick up a side quest or two. We may not actually do any of them, but just, you know, for that. But we'll do that in the next episode, because we're out of time.